I'm going to turn the light on now. People ready? Okay. Everybody full of turkey trimmings, everything like that? Had a good time? Yeah. I need to hear this? See these? I was going over my talk this morning with my cup of coffee, and oops. So instead of going over my talk, I sat there with a hairdryer drying off my paper. So I feel very grateful today that the lettering didn't run and take away everything I wanted to say. Well, we were stuffing ourselves with turkey and all the side dishes that go with it and plenty of pie. I'm not even going to tell everybody how many pieces of pie I had. Did you also stuff yourself with gratitude? Yes. It's the season of gratefulness, being thankful for what we have. And you know, when I was thinking about this, I thought, I like the way these seasons fall. First, we have Thanksgiving and we fill ourselves with gratitude. Then we go into, full of gratitude, we go into the season of peace and joy and love for all. And then the new year with all these promises to do better, be better, feel better, this better, that better, forget this, forget that, do this, do that. And that lasts for a few weeks and then everything gets back to normal and we can go on with our lives again. I started this talk today by looking up the definition of gratitude. It comes from gratis, the Latin word for thankfulness. A feeling of thankfulness or feeling pleased. Charles Fillmore says, oh, I need this thing. Huh? Oh, Charles Fillmore doesn't say it, does he? Charles Fillmore says, gratitude is a magnet. And the more gratitude expressed, the more the flow increases. So the more you feel gratitude, the more gratitude comes. And the more gratitude you give out. He also calls it an affirmation of goodness. When you're full of gratitude, it's pretty darn hard to see the bad in things, isn't it? This is the origin of grace at meals. And there's a little boy, he's about 4. Every night he says his grace. Very good, thanks God for this food that he's about to eat and whatnot. And his dad noticed that whenever they went to Grandma's house, the little boy didn't say grace, he just would eat. So he asked the little boy why, and he said, Grandma's a good cook, I don't have to pray for her food. But anyway, grace started from gratitude, saying grace at a meal, that kind of grace, saying grace. It's not a Christian thing. The early Romans, Latins, Babylonians, everything prayed to their goddesses and their gods. Ceres, the Roman god of cereal, grains. They would pray to her for a good harvest. And the harvest came in, and of course they'd have a celebration honoring the goddess. So that's, and thanking for the meals and the food. So that's where grace originated way, 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 way back when. And we have carried on the tradition because it is a beautiful tradition to have. I feel really blessed and that I have found the magic in gratitude. And that's what I want to try to share with you today, the magic of gratitude. The source of gratitude comes from within and from without. The feeling is within, and the source is generally without. Someone does you a favor, you feel gratitude. You pray for a parking spot and you get it. Yay, gratitude. Things are on sale. Something you've needed is on sale, marked 40% off. Yay, gratitude, as off we go. So take a minute right now and think of something that brings you gratitude. Just a quick second. In that second, how did you feel? Here's what was going on with you in that bit of time. Gratitude is a relationship-building emotion requiring us to notice our appreciation of others and others' appreciation of us. If someone says thank you and means it, you notice that, you feel it. Gratitude brings us closer to the person and feeling warmer towards them. And feeling grateful gives us the desire to pay forward. You feel so good, you just need to share those feelings. Emotionally, gratitude brings us happiness. Just as meditation and laughter get our chemical makeup going for the better, gratitude has some good stuff going for it too. Gratitude brings us happiness. Recall when we just did that short little exercise. Recall those feelings, how good they felt as I rattle these papers. Gratitude physically helps lower blood pressure, reduces symptoms of illness, thus making it good for us physically, and it also helps us to sleep better. Amazing. Just feeling thankful does all that to you. Something I recently discovered when I was researching in the area of mental health, studies are finding that soldiers coming back suffering from PTSD, they're doing studies, and when they teach them how to appreciate and feel gratitude, the PTSD dies down. And so they're finding ways to cure it without drugs and going through all the psychotherapy and stuff. They're using our God-given tools, meditation, laughter, yoga, and feeling gratitude. Oh, thank you. Gratitude strengthens relationships and promotes forgiveness. JFK said, "As we express gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter the words, but to live them." I look at all the hate and fear going on in our country right now, and I'm saddened by what's happening. I can challenge the fear by remembering fear is only false expectations appearing real. Hate can be overcome with gratitude and love, pointing out all the good and how grateful we are for what we have, finding the good in the other. We're all others to someone. It's the world has been set up so it's us and them for some reason. I don't know why it has to be that way, but it is. It doesn't have to be that way, it just is. But we're somebody's them. So we need to look at, and we're nice people, doggone it. I know us. We're great. So do the same when looking at your them. They're the same people, created by the same God, regardless of what you call that God. They're our brothers and our sisters, and we need to recognize that. I'm going to pass out some papers. Going to make you work. I had to work writing this, you have to work too. It's only fair. And if you have a pencil, use it, otherwise there's some in the... Okay, write on that paper. Don't give it any thought. Just write right now. 3 things for which you're grateful.
Okay.
Okay, everybody done? Anybody want to share what they wrote?
Sure.
Okay.
I put down my kids, that I was born in the USA, and my friends.
Great. Yeah.
I said unity, which has been important to me for 40 years.
Yes.
Victoria. Victoria started December. And I was there 2 weeks later. Victory in unity.
Yes. I wrote that down that this morning is going pretty well so far. Yeah, I still have all my clothes on. Yeah. My pets and my kids are coming to visit. I'm so excited. One of my sons and his 2 kids are coming down to see me, and they'll be here about December 12th. So, yeah, I haven't seen, well, one of them I've seen a little more frequently, but 2 I have not seen since 2011. So, yeah, my granddaughter's growing up without me. Okay, as you wrote those down and thought about them, didn't it give you just a nice kind of little oomph inside? You could do that for yourself every single day if you choose to. Here are some ideas for you. Start a gratitude journal. You already did. Every day, enter 3 things for which you are grateful for on that day. And it can be the same thing. I'm grateful for my house, my food, my car. I'm grateful for my house, my food, my car. Do this day after day. All of a sudden, you're going to be grateful for my flowers are blooming, or this or that. You're going to start expanding. And you will not only notice more that you're grateful for, you'll start going out of your way to find things for which you are grateful, and you will find them. And can you imagine if everywhere you look, you're looking for something for which to be grateful, how your world is going to change? It will be great. Write a gratitude letter to someone and give it to them in person. You will give that person one of the most cherished gifts they will ever receive. Roughly, must be about 25 years ago now, I was one of the people who started a shelter for battered women back in the 70s. And one day, a woman came up to me. In fact, she ran into me in the street. She had been carrying this letter along knowing that she would run into me someday. And she handed me the letter and asked me to please read it while she was standing there. I read it, and of course I was bawling like a baby. It said such beautiful things about me. But the other day I was going through cleaning out a drawer, and there was my letter. And I pulled it I opened it up and read it and cried all over again. It was beautiful. So imagine giving someone that gift. I put the letter back, and I hope I stumble across it again sometime when I really need a little up. So think about doing that for someone that you cherish or someone who has been very, very special for you. One of the best things you can do is savor your life. There is an expression that goes, taste life. Yes, do it. Taste every little morsel, every little crumb. I don't care if it's burnt or dried out or no good anymore. Just taste it, feel it. The things that you look at upon now as being maybe bad are there for a reason. You might not know right now, but someday you really will. And I know some of you in some of my talks have heard me talk about some of the things that I thought God was doing to me, and God was doing to me. So savor that good in your life. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Joe Goldsmith writes, "Students of spiritual wisdom do not confine the giving of thanks to a single day of the year, but let every day be a day of thanksgiving." So let us be the changers of the world. When we show our gratitude, we're going to impress others to do likewise. Ooh, these are really rattling now. We're going to be happier, and we all know how happiness can be catchy. We have another tool to help us with our physical health now. And need I even mention how your spiritual health will blossom. So now that we're in the season, it's the perfect time to begin practicing gratitude every day. Namaste. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go into some meditation now. You can kick off your shoes if you want. You notice I did before we even started. Just settle back.
No, it's okay.
Okay, just close your eyes. Settle back and get comfortable. And just allow your mind to drop down to this very center of your being. That sacred and holy space. Your very divineness. Feel that divineness float through your body. Carrying through your veins in oxygen. Carrying through to your cells as they feel God's presence and perfection flowing through them. Oh, and I am grateful. And as you sit in the gratitude, know you are loved. And know for yourself that the most divine is very, very pleased with you. And when you are ready, slowly come back to the room.